So I want to start off by saying I am not self-made. I am what I like to call mentor supported, mentor guided, and mentor shaped. That's what we'll be talking about today. Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Leah T. Porter, and I'm back with another episode. And today we are talking about why mentorship is a game changer and why it has been a game changer for me. Everything that I am artistically, professionally, creatively, personally is because I have been blessed and lucky to have people in my life that have supported me, that have poured into me, that have guided me and led me in a direction that was meant for me, right? But it's because I had people that really had my back, people that pushed me. I had great mentors. Today I want to talk about mentorship, why mentorship is important, and not just for young people, but for us as adults as well, and how it's important for us to go from student to leader, and that means from being mentored to actually doing the mentoring. Walter Hall, Janice Smith, Grace Hamilton, Carthel Clark are just some of the names that I can think of that have mentored me throughout my life. Whether it was for years of my adolescence, for over 16 years, Grace Hamilton mentored me, or whether it's Walter Hall, who is still a mentor of mine now, or Janice Smith and Carthel Clark, who mentored me when I was in college. Every single person and every single one of those people made a huge impact on my life then and made a huge impact on who I am today. And that is so very important. I feel like we live in a world and society where self-made is a little glorified. And listen, I don't have an issue or a problem with the idea of being self-made, but I do think that no matter who you are, no matter what you do, there are people along the way on your journey, whether it be friends, whether it be parents, whether it be co-workers, or people that God has put in your life along the way that has maybe given you advice, that have maybe had a conversation with you that changed your life just once, that have given you information about an opportunity that actually changed your life. Each and every single person that you come into contact with has made a difference on the trajectory of your life and the decisions that you decide to make. And so this idea of self-made, for me, right? I want to make sure that I say that, for me, is not necessarily a thing. Even though I get it that oftentimes we can be the people that are doing the heavy lifting, right? We are the ones that are doing a lot of the work, and it could feel heavy and it could feel lonely, but I can guarantee you there is somebody in your life that has contributed in a large way to you being the person that you are today. And that is why mentorship is so very important. So these are the three types of mentors that I feel like adults and professionals should have. One, you want to have a business mentor, and this should be a person that is in your industry, in your field, and that is a little bit more seasoned than you, right? Not necessarily older than you, but somebody that has been in business for longer than you. This needs to be a person that you can go to for advice, a person that you can bounce ideas off of, a person that can tell you the ins and outs of situations, or if maybe you're having a hard time with something in your business, it's something that they've been through and they can tell you from experience. So you want somebody, again, who is a little bit more seasoned than you in your business. Not necessarily older, but just somebody that is in your industry, in your field, and has more experience than you, and somebody that you can really go to and talk to. Next, you want to have a personal mentor, right? Somebody that you can talk to, not necessarily about business, but just be able to pour into you personally, right? Somebody that helps you to reset, somebody that helps you to remind you of who you are, because sometimes you need that reminder. Someone that you can really go to on a spiritual level or on an emotional, mental level, right? Somebody that if you are in your ego, as my mentor Walter always say, can check you on it. Somebody that can hold you accountable. And these mentors are important because these are the ones that helps to keep us sane, to let us know when we should be worried about something and we need to make sure that we're making the right decision, or that we, maybe just being a little dramatic and we need to calm down. So you need a personal mentor. Next, and this is one that I feel like is a good one, you need a connector. And a connector mentor is that person, maybe it's somebody that is in your industry and in your field. Maybe it's somebody that's connected to your industry or your field, but somebody that will not be afraid to speak your name in rooms that you are not in. Somebody that is open to bring in opportunities to you, to saying, hey, I seen this thing. I think that you would be a good fit for it. Why don't you apply? Hey, I had a conversation with such and such at this conference and they were looking for, a product developer, and I instantly thought about you. Somebody who can really lead you and guide you on those opportunities. I can't tell you how many times that I've gotten opportunities from people that have connected me with individuals or that maybe have mentioned my name in rooms that have been a game changer for me and really have allowed me to move my career in a different direction, in a different way. And so of course it has to be somebody that is open and willing to do that. And we know in our world, in our society, there are so many things that can block people from not giving you or speaking about opportunities, whether it be envy, jealousy, anything of that nature. But what you have to do is you have to make sure that your energy is not calling in any of that, because I don't believe in that. Okay, you have to just make sure that you are calling in the right mentor who is going to be a great connector for you. And so those are the 3 mentors that you should really aim to have: a business mentor, a personal mentor, and then a connecting mentor. If you can have those 3 in your pocket, then you are going to be able to move through the work that you do in a more clear and a more grounded way, because you have that support you need. Listen, everybody needs support. We all need to be supported. We're not going to all have it together all the time. And so we need to be able to lean on our mentors for those things when we need. And then really quickly on the power of not only you, right, being a student is important. It makes us put ourselves in a position of always learning and always growing. But there's going to be a point where the student has to grow into a leader. And when we do grow into a leader, it's our responsibility to make sure that the same way that we are still being poured into by our mentors, that we pour into others. So it's important for us to give back, right? It's important for us to pass down the information, the guidance, the love, the support that we get from others. We need to pass that down to the next generation, because listen, the work that you do, the work that I do, we're not going to be able to do this work forever. And we want to make sure that the next generation, the next individuals that are sitting in our seat are ready, are willing, and are equipped to make it even better than what we have done, even better. And that should always be a goal for you. And so that comes through mentorship, from you being a leader and in a position where you can mentor the next generation. And that is important for us to really grab a hold of that. So don't be afraid to share your gifts. Don't be afraid to share your knowledge and your resources with the next generation. We have to train them up. That's so very important. So I want you to do 2 things for me. 1, I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen and identify 2 people in your life for each one of those mentorship categories. Figure out 2 people you can call on for business, 2 you can call on for personal, and 2 you can call on to be your connectors. And figure out your approach of how they can become your mentor. Listen, that doesn't mean that you're going to say, hey, can you become my mentor? Business mentor, it might look like sending out an email or a text and saying, hey, do you have time in your schedule to, connect with me for 30 minutes? And then in that 30-minute meeting, you let them know that there's things that maybe you've been struggling with or questions that you might have, and you really admire and you love their work and you are really inspired by their work. And just let them know, or just ask them, hey, is it okay if I reach out to you from time to time just to get some feedback? Because I really want to make sure that I am moving as a student and I'm always learning and growing, and you're somebody that I want to learn from. Bingo. That's you asking for them to be your business mentor without actually saying, hey, can you be my business mentor? Personal mentor, list 2 people, but 9 times out of 10 it's going to be someone that you're already really super close with. And then your connector, figure out who in your industry and people, and listen, it could be somebody that already does that for you. You probably already have people that look out for you in that way and connect you to opportunities and things of that nature. And then secondly, that's the first thing I want you to do. Make a list. Second, I want you to comment below a mentor that maybe have changed your life. Somebody that has, poured into you, supported you, uplifted you, given you advice, or shared an opportunity that was life-changing for you. I want to hear from you. So comment below. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.